So Diddy is firing back as, you know, the allegations have been coming full speed, but it's slowed down a little bit. But as you guys know, he's in jail waiting for trial. He's trying to sue someone who's making things harder for him as he claims they are poisoning the jury pool, okay? So there's three parties involved: Courtney Burgess and his attorney, Ariel Mitchell, and News Nation. And they're being sued for $50 million by Diddy. So the lawsuit accuses Burgess, Mitchell, and News Nation of deliberately fabricating and amplifying false claims about Diddy for financial gain. Burgess appeared on News Nation Banfield's show in November of 2024 and claimed he's seen 8 of Diddy's alleged freak-off tapes, which Burgess claimed included unnamed celebrity minors. Burgess also testified before the Combs grand jury in the Southern District of New York last November. Diddy is seeking punitive and monetary damages. So Diddy's attorney Eric Wolf has released the following statement to XXL about a new lawsuit. Sean Diddy Combs is taking a stand against the malicious falsehoods that have been fabricated and amplified by individuals seeking to profit at his expense. These defendants have willfully fabricated and disseminated outrageous lies with reckless disregard for the truth. Their falsehoods have poisoned public perception and contaminated the jury pool. This complaint should serve as a warning that such intentional falsehoods, which undermine Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial, will no longer be tolerated. All right, so there's several things that they've been referencing in the lawsuit, and I have gathered the footage that they're speaking on. All right, so let's go through these things one by one. So here's one of the first videos that we're going over that was referenced in the lawsuit. Let's tap in right here. This is Burgess, and this is Ariel Mitchell, the attorney.
In your public statements, you've mentioned 8 videos, 8 celebrities. 6 of them men and 2 of them women. Can you tell me where that's inaccurate?
You're right.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appeared to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
All.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
How did you end up in possession of these flash drives?
I ended up with the flash drive with a friend from a record label that I was, at the time I was recording in Atlanta. And I ran into a person that knew Kim Porter. So at the same time, she wanted to speak to her on the phone because she heard my voice. She said, "Who that? That's Courtney B." And then later on that night, he came over and gave me the flash drive.
So Diddy saying they lying, all right? Now this clip right here is referenced in the lawsuit as well. Let's tap in and see why Diddy is upset about this right here.
What are you hearing tonight?
I actually received the New York Post article from the person who contacted me to sell the tape. They sent me that article. I was not shocked by what I read in the article. I was hoping that even the client that I contacted would reach out and see and kind of alert that person that this was going on and to possibly help them. The person who has the tape really doesn't want to shop it around. They really want to help and give it to wanted to directly sell it to that person, but it seems as if they are going elsewhere.
This is crazy. Like, the dude claims that he has tapes and is being shopped around. What's the...
You know, we know that you've seen the footage. You talked about that last week when you were with us. So, you know, as you know who it is, and I know that you can't tell us who it is for all the reasons, right? But as you know who it is, and as we're moving through this story, and it's starting to really feel like it's unraveling, and you feel bad for the person, and we don't even know who it is there anything more you can tell us about that part of it?
I really do feel bad about the person. Part of the reason that I did come and say something outside of just to protect my own safety, but I wanted to sound the alarm, essentially ring the dog whistle, if you will, to that person that maybe they should do something about this before it came out. Mm-hmm. If I was them, I would do something about this. And the only way to do anything is to do the catch and kill. That's the only way to ensure that it doesn't come out. You know, we're taught that God helps those who helps themselves. So if we have a situation where that person does have the opportunity to purchase the video, if I were them, I would absolutely purchase the video.
This sounds like extortion. This sounds like extortion. That's crazy. Like, they on News Nation threatening whatever they may be threatening if they actually do have these videos. And they are extorting someone, or maybe they're not, and they just I don't understand the end game. Need to mind you, she represents at least another victim, alleged victim, that's suing Diddy. And she's one of the people, if you guys heard about a victim that said that they were threatened and forced to use baby oil, and the baby oil may have been spiked, but that lawsuit only came out after the raids. So after the craze about the baby oils being found, that's when this lawsuit comes out, where magically someone says the baby oils were spiked. I'm skeptical of a lot of things, because I know when someone has at least one claim on them that the public, just generally realizes is true, and we have evidence behind it, that stains someone's image. That stains the image, then people come out there to go ahead and take advantage of someone's already damaged public image in hopes to receive a monetary gain. All right, but let's continue listening.
Wow. Well, do you think this is going to surface publicly? I mean, are we getting close to that moment?
From what I'm hearing, I think so. I'm hearing whispers that there is at least one major network, possibly two, in a bidding war for that footage. So I believe we're sooner rather than later maybe finding out, unless that person comes and purchases the video themselves, which is really the goal of the people who have the video. They just, at this point, if that person doesn't want to purchase it, then it's going to go on the open market.
Wow. We've been hearing that this has been going on in Hollywood for a really long time. This is just the latest, but this is such a big deal, obviously, for all the people that are involved. Even if the sex was consensual, the footage was illegal, being obtained without the subject's knowledge. So how is this possible? How does the sale and the release of this work legally?
Also, he's basically saying it's child pornography. Let me say that again for the algorithms to be safe. He's basically saying that it's CP, child corn, and you're selling child corn, and basically using News Nation as promotion for it. Like, what's the end game here? What are we doing?
So I think that's the issue here. After reading a Post article, it seems that if the filming was not, the person was not aware that they were being filmed. So with that being said, that comes into a secondary issue of if this person was not aware, which is again why the first goal was not to take it to the open market. But then that's an issue for the purchaser who ends up purchasing the video. That's their legal problem to then overcome, not necessarily the seller's problem.
All it takes is one sucker, and that's a big payday for a lot of these folks, man. You feel me though? This lady says, wait a minute now, this sounds a lot like blackmail, or am I tripping? Like, no. So the actual lawyer response says tripping, saying that she is tripping. Then she responds, the person who has the tape really wants to help and give it. I mean, sell it to them directly. Sounds a little sketchy to me, but you know better than me. So she says it's their tape to sell. They would prefer the person in it, but hey, that's why it's called free market economy. Okay, so the lawsuit also references this interview that was supposedly on the day that he spoke to the grand jury after being subpoenaed.
Check with you. Is that why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay.
Homeland Security.
Oh, wow. So were you surprised, or was that the call that you were kind of waiting for?
Surprise.
Oh. Do you feel like the interview had had anything to do with it, or?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you know Sean Combs?
Generation. Frank Lucas was my godfather and his father, and then we both was in the music business for 30 years together.
So you personally know him?
Not who? No, who personally?
Sean Combs.
Not personally.
But you know of him. He knows of you.
Yeah. I used to be in Tupac, Hussein Fatal. He stopped a lot of my music. A lot of other people who didn't care about him. You understand? It's not around today.
Right. So
Stewart from Def Jam Records.
You made a lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or
Well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over and what documents we do not.
So why were you in court tonight?
Just to give testimony to the grand jury. He was subpoenaed by the court. So as we all know, if you don't answer a subpoena, the marshals will come to your house as they came to his house, and they will bring you here. So that's why we're here today.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we kind of got another hearing to go.
Are you nervous, or do you feel cool?
Nah, I ain't never nervous. Only thing that's fair to me is God.
Okay. What y'all think? Y'all think this is cap? Y'all think this is real? I mean, the Homeland Security, they have some footage, and there's some footage that Diddy's lawyers are referencing and saying that they're consensual freak-offs. Like, everything is consensual that people are saying, and there are also no mentions of any minors being involved. Most of the footage that I'm hearing about features Cassie, though, and Cassie dealing with male sex workers. That's what they're referencing based on the footage that they seen. I haven't seen anything to corroborate if that's the footage that they received from this dude, or that's the footage that they recovered in the raids. But that's what I heard, man. That's what I heard. But do y'all think what they're saying is true or not? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Now, dude was talking to Jaguar Wright, of all people. If y'all been following my page, y'all know how I feel about Jaguar Wright. But let's see what he had to say. He said some things about Mutulu Shakur, and also his phone being confiscated by the grand jury. Let's see.
That's cool. I see you a fan of mine.
I'm just a fan of the trip.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured I'd make sure you were here just in case you didn't make it. But you're here, so it's great.
Sean, how you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah, all good. All good. I hear you going back to the grand jury, Courtney.
Yeah.
Why?
What's that about?
It's because they confiscated my cell phone and found everything in my phone.
So they found something they want to talk to you about?
Wait. Just they've confiscated your phone and they've found what on your phone, Courtney?
I'm not allowed to tell y'all what I found is state evidence.
Okay, I'm with you. But okay,
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Courtney, are you telling me that they lied again? They said that you went back to court this week and that there's no gag order, but now you got one?
No, I don't got a gag order. That's why I don't have a gag order, because everything they found was true.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to talk about it, though.
Not allowed to talk about what
That's
they found.
great. Let's not talk about what was in your phone. Let's talk about Into the Gutter.
Go ahead.
You published this book, did you not? You self-published it.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell me where you got the manuscript from?
No, I'm not gonna go through that. I just talked to I got it from Mutala Shakur, Tupac father.
Shakur. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know he passed away.
Yes, I do know he passed away.
And the family has been trying to reach you. I just spoke to his brother the other day.
Okay, and I talked to their lawyer
The other day.
I talked to the lawyer 2 days ago.
I talked to his lawyer last night.
Okay, Jeff.
Dinner.
Jeff.
Is she trying to say this nigga lying?
I spoke to them last night.
Okay, what did he tell you?
You want to know what I thought that was interesting? Have you ever worked with them before? Does Ariel work with them?
Work with who?
Tupac's lawyers.
I don't know.
Family's lawyers. Does Ariel work with them?
I don't know.
I mean,
So, if you guys aren't catching what's going on, she's saying that he published a book, a manuscript from Mutulu Shakur, Tupac's stepfather, and she's questioning him about their affiliation and his ability to get the information to release that book. And the family's trying to contact him for whatever reason. They're trying to contact him. All right, so I'm trying to catch on to what she's trying to do. Is she's trying to say he's capping or verify? I don't know.
Your attorney.
Yeah, but I don't ask about her clients.
I know she's very skittish about who she represents and doesn't. But my thing is, I'm trying to understand. What did his lawyers ask you? Because I know what they asked me.
He asked me, was I selling the book? I said, no, I stopped selling because he was on parole. He told me not to sell it because he was, it'll mess up his parole. His same judge he kept getting who sentenced him back in 73. So I pulled the book.
That's funny because the family has a much different outlook on what happened.
First of all, let me address this. If the family knew so much, why they didn't get the book? If the family knew so much, why he was calling me collect from the jail with a friend of mine's from Newark?
That is a great question. How did you begin?
Right. So that's what I understand. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not gonna debate.
No, I'm just trying to understand, where is the intersection with you and Baba Shakur? Like, how did you two get to talking? Like, for him to be
So that's what I'm not saying. It's a man that's dead, and I'm not gonna go against his family or Tupac family.
Why would you go against his family? His family is asking very valid questions that are painting you out to be quite the duplicitous.
Well, they could say that because I can't go into jail and still no book. So they talking because maybe somebody pocket's not tight, as fat as they wanted it to be, and I had the book. So you can't say that's a question to ask. I walked into the jail with a drone and stole the book.
I'm trying to ask you now. How did you get the book?
I just told you he gave me the book.
When did he give you the book in jail? Did you go
when he was in jail? When he was in jail, he mailed me the book.
Right. So you guys were pen pals. So when did that relationship start?
Years. You talking about right after his son?
Because you say that you're Tupac's friend, and you say that his father gave you his book from jail, but once again, you're not telling anyone how any of this came about.
Because I'm not going to incriminate the. Listen, hold up. I'm not going to incriminate the people. Listen,
you can't incriminate a dead man.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the people who works there and myself. How I got the book.
The people who work where? At the jail?
At the jail.
We must be in a multiverse where Jaguar Wright is pressing someone about possibly lying about some shit. We in the multiverse. What the hell is going on?
Oh, so there was some funny stuff going on at the jail?
No, I'm not saying
funny stuff goes on at the jail all the time.
I'm not saying that.
The transfer of that man's book to you was absolutely legitimate. You have no reason to be so coy or so shy. But now you're saying that you can't talk about it because you don't want to get anybody in the jail in trouble?
Listen, the book was given to me, and I published it.
You said it was mailed to you.
Listen, no.
Now you're saying given. That's two different things. Was it given? Was it mailed? See, mail comes in an envelope. Given means someone handy.
Jaguar, you gonna let me talk, or you gonna fill in the punch question? Well, you gotta know how to be quiet. Dude. Listen, Jaguar, I came on here. Yes, please meet up, because you're talking too much. That's your problem. And I'm gonna stop calling you Jaguar. I'm gonna call you Mushira. Mushira is a girl from Stuyvesant that do everything. Okay? And that's what you are, Mushira. Just because your career is messed up, you want to go after Beyonce, Mary J. Blige. Get yourself together.
Is messed up? How
yes, look at you. Your whole face is up.
Do y'all believe these people, man? Do y'all believe Buddy? As far as everything that going on, for some reason, he's the person that gets contacted when some Hollywood dirt or whatever got to get released. He gets his hands on footage and books and things of that sort. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all gotta say in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yeah.